Hi, it's Kai. Do you love roller coasters? Are you a fan of your stomach dropping with excitement and joy and happy tears rolling down your face as the wind smacks you? If so, you need to check out these insane roller coasters. Number 10, the Banshee. Built at a cost of a whopping $24 million, the Banshee roller coaster at Kings Island opened on the 18th of April in 2014. It is the world's longest inverted roller coaster at 4,124 feet, with a maximum height of 167 feet and a drop of 150 feet. This steel coaster features 7 inversions that include 2 vertical loops, a dive loop, a zero-G roll, a pretzel knot, and an inline twist. Thrill seekers reach speeds of up to 68 miles per hour, and the entire ride lasts for 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Unusual for a roller coaster, and because of the underlying geography of where it was built, this ride actually reaches its highest speed midway through, instead of during the first drop. With screams of banshees and theming all around, patrons to the park consistently rate it as one of their favorite reasons for going there. It's without doubt the most impressive ride in the park. There are 3 trains on the track, each of which holds 32 people, so it can accommodate a theoretical 1,650 riders every hour. Riders are positioned beneath the tracks, so their legs swing freely. And with such high G-forces, they are held in place by a harness across the chest and shoulders. Number 9, Steel Dragon. When it opened at Nagashima Spa Land in Japan in August of 2000, Steel Dragon 2000 became the tallest and fastest full-circuit roller coaster in the world. These records have since been broken, but it remains one of the longest at 8,133 feet, and is classified as a gigacoaster because it reaches a height of just over 318 feet. The height of this first climb is so tall that the design required 2 separate chain mechanisms to pull the trains up, giving riders stunning views across the park and nearby town. With trains that hold 28 people, the biggest drop comes in at a little over 306 feet, and riders reach a top speed of 95 miles per hour. It takes 4 minutes to complete a circuit of the track, through which the train passes a series of camelback hills, a figure 8-shaped helix, and 2 tunnels after the initial ascent. Number 8, Tower of Terror 2. When the original Tower of Terror opened at Dreamworld Amusement Park in Queensland in 1997, it was the first in the world that reached speeds in excess of 100 miles per hour. Classified as a reverse freefall coaster, it was themed as an escape pod being used to get away from an unstable futuristic skyscraper. It would propel a car through a tunnel along a track up the side of a 377-foot Dreamworld tower, pulling 4.5 Gs in the process, and then return down the same route. It was one of the park's top 7 rides, but in 2010, they closed it down to refurbish it and make it even more thrilling, later opening as Tower of Terror 2. What, you ask, could make this ride even more fun? Well, they extended the launch tunnel and turned the car around so riders were launched backwards. This meant that on their turn fall, they would be reaching top speeds face first as they plummeted back down towards the station. The ride began as the tallest and fastest in the world, a record that it held for 2 months. These days, it is ranked as the 4th tallest lift, the 5th fastest speed, and the 3rd longest drop that you'll find on any steel coaster in the world. Number 7, the Vanish roller coaster. At first, this coaster at the Cosmoland Amusement Park in Yokohama may seem like many others. That is, until the cars hurtle towards a lake and vanish into an underwater tunnel. It first opened in 1999, and at a length of 2,441 feet and a height of 115 feet, twists and turns around the cramped park, but it's the tunnel that has made this ride famous. It has been designed so that to onlookers, the cars are seen going towards this shallow pond and vanish within the jets of water. People on the ride, however, enter a tunnel of flashing lights to disorient them before coming out of the other side and continuing along the tracks. It is the only underwater coaster in the world and is on the checklist of all roller coaster obsessives who want to experience something a little different. Number 6, the Joker. When Six Flags started naming their coasters after DC comic stars, there probably was no more fitting a name for their new ride than the Joker. This one has been extremely successful in New Jersey. This 4D ride is insane. It's a free spin design that means riders will follow the track but spin upside down in an unpredictable fashion. In fact, no two rides will ever be quite the same because of the random nature of its motion. The track is 1,019 feet long, reaching a height of 120 feet and a maximum drop of 54 feet. While the top speed of 38 miles per hour is slow compared to other coasters on this countdown, the movement of the cars more than makes up for it. Each holds 8 riders in separate pods of 2 people that move independently to all other riders. If you could pick a superhero to base a ride on, who would you choose? Let me know in the comments below. And if you're liking this video, be sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe buttons if you haven't already. Number 5, Val Raven. Val Raven is a steel roller coaster that opened at Cedar Point in Ohio in 2016, named after a mythological bird from the Danish folklore that means Raven of the Slain. It's the 3rd dive coaster to open in the US and holds at least 10 different world records for this type of ride, including the tallest dive coaster at 223 feet, the fastest dive coaster at 75 miles per hour, and the most inversions, the longest drop, and the highest inversion on any dive coaster in the world. Each floorless train seats 24 people and climbs 223 feet at a 47-degree angle to look out across Lake Erie. This moment of calm is short-lived though, as after holding for 4 seconds, the train soon falls down the 214-foot vertical loop before negotiating a series of tight turns and inversions that include a 165-foot Illiman loop and a dive and a corkscrew roll. Number 4, King Dakar. King Dakar opened at the Six Flags in New Jersey in 2005 and became the only second strata coaster to ever be built. With a maximum height of 456 feet, it is the tallest roller coaster in the world, and the drop of 418 feet helps it reach the top speed of 128 miles per hour, which is the 2nd fastest in the world as well. It's without doubt the most insane coaster in North America, and despite attempts to take the title away from it in recent years, no other coaster comes close. By using a hydraulic launch mechanism, trains are propelled to the top speed within 3.5 seconds and travel up the main tower before falling down to travel along the rest of the 3,118-foot track. At such high speeds, it's impossible to include too many inversions into the design, but the 90 and 270-degree vertical spirals, as well as the tall hills, are more than enough to keep riders on the edge. Number 3, Gravity Max. Gravity Max opened at Taiwan's Libeao Land Amusement Park in 2002. It is the world's only tilt coaster and was the first to involve a true 90-degree drop, as most that claim this actually use a slight angle for the trains to travel along. The train is pulled up a lift to the ride's maximum height of 114 feet, where it stops on a horizontal platform. A hook grabs the rear part of the train, and the platform slowly tilts to a vertical position. The train is then released, falls through a tunnel, does a 180-degree turn, and enters a vertical loop. During all of this, the riders will reach speeds of up to 56 miles per hour and be subjected to G-forces in excess of 3.5. This is a totally crazy ride that holds you hanging and looking straight down as you are suspended 13 stories in the air. It is also rather disconcerting that the track isn't always connected. since it requires the platform to have tilted before it joins up, something that adds to the excitement and fear of all those brave enough to ride it. Number 2, Formula Rosa. When Ferrari World opened in Abu Dhabi in 2010, next to the Formula One racetrack, their intent was to create a ride that recreated the speeds and intensity of racing in the world's fastest cars. They built one coaster, called Flying Aces, which features the world's highest loops, but the piece de resistance of this adrenaline-fueled amusement park is without doubt Formula Rosa. If you're looking for the fastest ride in the world, then you need to look no further, because this is it. By using a hydraulic launch system, trains are launched at a much faster speed than any commercially available car. Within 2 seconds, you'll be at 62 miles per hour, and the ride reaches its top speed of 149.1 miles per hour within 5 seconds. This ride is so fast that you're required to wear safety glasses to prevent bugs, raindrops, or sand from blinding you. It's also forced to close in tricky weather conditions for the safety of those riding it. The track reaches a height of 170 feet and is 6,561 feet long. But at the speeds that are sustained throughout the ride, the entire thing lasts just over 1.5 minutes. There are no inversions because, well, that would be too dangerous. But the series of hills at such high speeds have kept speed fans returning to Ferrari World to experience this incredible ride. Number 1, Takavisha. This brings us on to the number 1 roller coaster on our countdown. Takavisha at the Fuji-Q Highland Amusement Park in Fujiyoshida, Japan. While it may not be the fastest or tallest coaster in the world, this ride has some tricks up its sleeve that make it one of the most insane rides you can go on. Meaning dominant in Japanese, but also a pun because the 3 constituent words translate to high fly car, it soon became clear why. This steel coaster is the steepest in the world, with a drop angle of 121 degrees. That's way beyond a vertical fall. It opened in July of 2011 and is a custom-designed Eurofighter roller coaster. Lasting only 112 seconds, riders start by falling into pitch-black darkness before traversing a heartline roll, accelerating up to 62 miles per hour as they go across an inverted top hat, a banana roll, a corkscrew, and 2 airtime hills. As it's about to look like the train is returning to the station, the track then turns to the highest ascent of 141 feet and slowly inches riders towards the edge. The angle of the fall means that you can't see where the train is about to go, and then suddenly, you drop down beyond the vertical fall, enter a dive loop, an inline loop, and then an Immelman loop. With 7 inversions and the insane drop, this ride really lives up to the definition of being insane, and certainly isn't one for the faint-hearted. It even comes with a maximum age limit of 60 years old to avoid any complications through the ride. Thanks for watching. Have you ever ridden on one of these roller coasters? Let me know in the comments below, and be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!